Well, I don't know what to say. I'm going to start this with a YouTube channel and I'm going to call it Equality for All. Equality for All meaning that you don't judge, you don't get judged, and you make sure nobody else judge. That is the reason, the sole purpose of this YouTube channel, for no judging, the no judging zone, the no bullshit zone, and everybody be who he or she wants to be and can really live themselves out to be. Have a great day. Hi, good morning guys and girls, everyone out there. This morning I was just thinking to chat around what do we say to our children in different times. What do I say to our children when they get home and they speak about same race friend? What do we say to our children when they speak about a friend that's in a different race or a different denomination or a different color or a different sex or the same sex? How do we react when our children speak about stuff, not even when it's their stuff, just when they speak about stuff, when they say their one black friend has got a white girlfriend, or they say their one friend has got a boyfriend that's going to come with him to the matric farewell, or we see two gays coming down the street holding hands while walking with our children when they're 4, 5, 6 years old. What do we say? How do we say it? How do we bring it out? Can our children read our body language? Can our children understand how we feel about certain stuff in life? And what's important, and the reason I'm asking this, is that when we say something to my small child when he's 4, 5, 6 or 10 years old, that can count against us or against him or her whenever they come to us with a similar situation, because they already got our ideas, our preconceived ideas of how we feel about same-sex marriage, how we feel about getting involved in a relationship with a different group. You don't want black and white to mix. You don't want Indian to become part of a white family. You don't want white family to become part of a black family. The blacks don't want to become part of the coloreds or the whites or the Indians. So my child has already got that idea, even though he grew up in school knowing that we're all the same, we all get the same education, and in the times we are all supposed to be, think and do the same. So the reason for my little video this morning is, what I'm actually wanting to say is, think before you talk. Think before you talk. I always say you still have green grass on the fields, and while your corn is planted and it's not reaped yet, you know what? Maybe you mustn't speak about your harvest, because your harvest can still come, whether it's through your children or whether it's through your grandchildren. So, or even your great-grandchildren. We're fortunate to have a grandmother, which is the 5th generation. And you know what? It's absolutely wild to have her there, and she's got an open mind. Have an open mind. Think before you speak. And don't always think that you're right. Not to say that anybody else is right, perhaps. But you know what? It's not to say that you're only right. Everybody else has got their own opinions and their own ideas. And two rights never make a wrong, or two wrongs never make a right. Have a wonderful day out there. Smile, say thank you and please, and make a difference in someone's life today, even if it's only in your own. And remember, equality is for all. No bully zone. Good morning everyone. Yep, my little chat's about who you want to be, who you ought to be, and yeah, not who other people want you to be. And I think that's a little bit around what I was thinking to just quickly chat about this morning, is when I walk alone, whether it's into a shop, whether it's into a car dealership, whether it's just on the beach like I'm doing right now, whether I am walking into church or wherever I walk alone, the difference with my presence, with my attitude, is that the same as when I walk into anywhere with a group of people, whether it's a group of friends, whether it's a group of my cousins and my family, or whether it's a group of hey, let's call it neighborhood watch people, army friends. We're in a group together where we feel bigger than what we are, and things we say when we're in a group instead of when we one-on-one with a person or people. And I sometimes think that is the important part of everybody's life, is that we need to realize that what we say, and whenever we say it, and whoever we say it to, that is an important part of my life. Because whenever I leave this place I'm in now, whenever I leave this will be completely on my own. And whenever I speak to someone, people, whether I'm alone or whether there's people with me, it will be remembered by those I've spoken to. And people that I spoke to will always remember what I said. They'll sometimes remember what I've done as well, but mostly what I said. And the problem is, the stuff I remember is not what people said, but how they said it. Get out of my way, I want to walk, you sitting in my way, playing your dinky toy cars here. Come on, get ready for school, otherwise you're going to be a loser. Come on, stand up early, make your bed, I'm not your slave. That stuff we heard in the army, and we grew up like that. And we'll always remember the stuff we were told and the way they told us that, or the way somebody said that. So I think the moral of my story this morning is not what you say, but how you say it. And sometimes, yeah, what you say also counts, because it always makes a mark in someone's life, whether it's good or bad. And remember, the bad things make a deeper mark, makes a scar that can't come out. Don't make a scar in someone's life today. Make sure what you say is properly thought of, properly think and rethink before you say it, and make sure you're not going to hurt somebody by saying that. Guys and girls, have a wonderful day. Say thank you, please, and smile, and you'll see you'll make a difference in someone's life today, even if it's only your own. Chat again tomorrow. Good morning. I was walking on this beach now, and I was thinking how quickly things can change. I was walking down there, and the next moment the waves was right on top here, and it's quite an incline at the back here. So it's busy changing. The tide is getting quite high, and I'm thinking of life, and that is what we're talking about, equality. And equality not always meaning that two people that meet each other or they do things together need to be on the same page, or not necessarily always on the same page, but meaning that what I believe and what you believe, that we should respect each other. You know, I've been watching people walking into an apartment store, and then you see the people watching a couple that's two males walking in hand, and chatting to each other and clinging to each other and really loving each other. And you can see that, and you can actually see the people watching them having this hate, this what the hell, this what the flippin' cooking hell is this? Why are you guys doing this? Definitely not approving, definitely not understanding, and definitely don't want to be a part of that whatsoever. You read about gay marriage, and people say, well, I got a long story about this. They don't approve of this. You know what I say? I don't want to marry a man, so I'm not part of the gay marriage. But I don't have to have a problem with that as such. If we, as human beings, is together wherever, for whatever reason, in this gathering of hundreds of people, there's different of varieties. There's males, there's females, there's whites, there's blacks, there's coloreds, there's greens, there's Indians, there's Chinese. There's Christians, there's Buddhists, all of them together. And you know what? If we're there for the safety of our country or the politics of our country, we don't care about race and politics. We care about our country and the ends and the needs of our country. If we as a family get together for something, we care what our family needs, not what other people say or what other people think. So I think the quicker we can realize that we need to come to a page where we all agree to disagree. In other words, respect one another. Come together and respect the Buddhist next to the Christian. Respect the gay next to the straight. Respect the lesbian next to the straight. You know what? And that's what it's about, equality. Equality is about respect in my eyes. So if you can respect yourself, you can respect someone else. Therefore, take a deep breath and think, should your child come out to you today saying that your child is gay or lesbian, what would you do? Would you reject them or would you accept them? And if you reject them, what's the consequences? If you accept them, what's the consequences? Guys and girls, have a wonderful day. We chat soon. This was video number 4 of the 30-day challenge, and let's see where we get to the end of this 30 days. Have a great one. Remember, as I always say, smile, say thank you and please, and you'll make a difference out there in someone's life, even if it's only in your own. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's well. This is video number 5 of the 30 in a row I'm going to try and make about equality. And today I want to chat a little bit around choice. Choice of a lot of people, different choices you have to make, different choices you come up with in life or you get to see in life. One of them that I've seen is that a little baby, fresh baby gets born without hair. And then this baby chooses to get some blonde hair, and 6-7 months down the line, a year down the line, you see this baby is now a blonde baby with blue eyes. Some of the babies get born with a bunch of black hair. And a couple of months later, you see this little baby again, and you see, but this is a blonde child. This baby is now chosen to become blonde. It doesn't want to be dark-haired anymore. Or some babies actually get born with a blue eye and then it changes to green or brown later on. I've seen that a couple of times where the baby is not happy with the color of the eye. But I've also seen children coming home after grade 7 or grade 6 or even grade 12 and say, Dad, I failed. I did not pass the exam. And then you sitting with a choice of saying, you know what, it's easy. Just get out of my house. I don't want you in my house anymore. You're a problem child. You don't want to learn. Just get out of my house. That's the choice I make. You know what? Coming back to the babies get born and they can't speak. They can't walk. They can't crawl. They can't write. They can't even say their name. They can't even say hello. They can't even say I've got a pain in my head or my stomach or I'm hungry. They can say nothing. And then a couple of months later, 12 months later, 2 years later sometimes, you see the same family and then here's this little toddler walking next to them. You say, hi guy. You say, hi, I'm Piet, I'm Koos, I'm Jan, whatever the case may be. And you realize, but this child is chosen to start speaking, walking, talking, do everything. No, that wasn't a choice. That was something that was taught to them, something they learned in life. So some things, there's a choice. Some things just happen. The things that just happen is babies that get born with black hair and it becomes blonde. But the fact that they start talking and walking, that's not a thing that just happened. You learn it to them. Then there's a certain thing in life called peer pressure and life. Life happens when there's 7 or 8 guys walking together and from the front comes 2 fags. You know what? The 7 or 8 guys is going to attack them, murder the living shit out of them and carry on with their life as if nothing happened and then brag and boast about it. But when there's one coming from the front, one of us, me alone, and there's 3 fags coming, you know what? I'll greet them and say, hi guys, how are you today? I won't say anything about them walking together, holding hands, whatever the case may be. And you know what? The choice that we're sitting with as parent is that when our child comes to us and say, Dad, Mom, I've tried normal. Normal is me, a husband, a man marrying a woman. I've tried it. It doesn't work. I'm not attracted to women. I want to marry a man. I want to be in a partnership with a man. I want to get my life with a man. Or your wife, your daughter comes to you and say, Dad, I'm not going to do this thing about boyfriends. You say, wow, it's great. Take a girl. So yes, I'm going to take a girl because mostly that's more acceptable to women than to men. But you know what? There's a lot of choices you can make. You can just chase them out of your bloody house and say, I don't need you here. I don't want you here. You're not part of my family anymore. There's no facts in my family. Or you can accept them. And you can make the world a better place for them. Because they need to world here. And if they need to be crucified, if they need to go to hell, if they need to be judged one day when they pass, you know what? Let the Lord be the judge. Don't you? Come on, don't you be the judge. Let the Lord be the judge. Let Him put them wherever He decides, in hell, in heaven, in a special place for the fags. But don't you do that, because they already get hell on earth. They get hell by bullying. They get hell by getting judged by people, getting kept to the one side, not getting jobs, being judged by everyone out there. So don't you also still be the judge. Guys and girls, make the right choice today and carry on listening. There's another 25, 26 videos for the 30 in a row I'm going to do on equality. And let's see if we can make a difference out there. Remember to smile, say thank you and please.